Hi, I'm Gene McLaughlin. Welcome to Directions 2015. On November 3rd, Old Bridge voters will go to the polls to elect the mayor and 3 council-at-large candidates for the seats on the Township Council. Our purpose of this program is to let you hear the views of the council candidates and to help you make an informed decision when you go to the polls. Today, we're pleased to welcome in an independent candidate, something rare here in the township, and an independent candidate, Kyla Dineen. Kyla, thank you for being with us.
Hi, pleasure.
Good to have you with us. Kyla, if we could begin a little bit, quick resume for you. People, you're a newcomer to politics. A little bit about you real quick.
Sure. So my name is Kyla Dineen. I'm running for council in Old Bridge, quite evidently. I've spent the past 19 years of my life in Old Bridge. I've started my own charity called Land for the Homeless, and I also run Melodic Marketing, which is a small business that helps do digital contracting with local businesses.
Okay, very well said and very, very briefly said. Good. Why are you running? Why are you taking your time? You're a young man. You've got a lot of priorities. Why are you running for council?
Well, my whole big thing is that my whole family pays way too much in property tax, as many families do.
Right.
And I was actually culling through all the budget numbers, and that's when I decided that I should run, because I found out that actually now, after the township's audited review has come out, we actually have $4.5 million excess from last year, but property tax rates are remaining the same for most residents. So that's my whole big spiel, is that we have all this money lying around that we could be returning to the property taxpayer without cutting a dollar of spending.
Okay, how would you do it? If you got on the council, you'd be 1 in 9. How would you go about bringing this about?
Well, I think once you actually get elected to the council, I think people are a lot more agreeable once the politics are out of the out of the way. And it's possible, I think, to work with both the Democrats and Republicans to see a common sense solution that you can actually just reduce the rate itself. I mean, there's very little work involved with it. You can reduce the rate itself, and you just tax people less, and you accept less of a surplus, which means that more money goes back into the pockets of the taxpayers themselves. And it's very simple.
Okay, can you reduce the taxes and still provide the services that people expect and demand?
Yeah, we could do it without a single dollar of spending. In fact, I think we can even use some of the money to increase services. I know infrastructure repair is a big problem. I know that there was a man who even went to the town council meeting several weeks ago and said his sidewalk curbing was so bad that he actually broke his snowplow in the winter. And for the price you're paying in Old Bridge, I just don't think that that's even remotely acceptable. I also am a big believer that we could have a tax credit going toward subsidizing garbage pickup for residents.
You mentioned that. I noticed that on your website. What are you getting at with there, Kyle? Help us out.
So basically, again, we have a lot of extra money lying around, and we could actually go and subsidize directly to the taxpayer part of the cost of what their garbage pickup would be. Now, you'd be able to still pick which provider you like, but you would actually get a part of it subsidized by the township, because I know we used to have garbage pickup included.
At one time, yes, we
included.
did. Yes,
and so I think that the private solution is fine, because I think that people have had problems in different municipalities around the area with their municipal garbage pickup. So I like the idea of having a private provider, but I like the idea even more of returning money to taxpayers and using some of the extra money lying around to deliver to them subsidies.
Okay, so that's, I was just going to answer that question. By reducing the taxes, you'd use some of the revenue to return it by
Correct, and
subsidies
some on infrastructure repair, but mostly just reducing the taxable rates.
Okay, good, thank you. You're a newcomer?
I am.
How would you gain name recognition? A very tough thing. I mean, you're going against some incumbents, you're going against experienced
And I
people.
certainly don't have the money they do.
How would you gain name recognition?
I've been knocking on every door in town. I had to get a couple hundred signatures I got for actually getting my name on the ballot. And then I've been in the Memorial Day Parade and Saltwater Day and Old Bridge Day and Friends in Town. And, I've lived here my whole life.
Right.
So, after a while you get to know a few people. And yeah, that's really about it. It's very grassroots.
What are you hearing from the voters when you're knocking on the doors to get your names on the ballot and so on? What are you hearing? What are
Well,
they
first they
telling
asked
you?
me how old I am.
Okay.
That's step number
Okay.
one, and I'm
Fair
19
question.
years old.
Okay.
And step number two is how are you going to reduce the property taxes? And I tell them about all this money we have lying
Right.
around that they don't know about. And I think that's really one of the key components of my campaign is educating the voter.
Okay.
You know, because I don't think nobody has the time to really sit around and go on their municipality's website. People have 9-to-5 jobs and families.
True.
To actually go and see where every single dollar of their money is spending. I might be the only person who sits on my weekends and goes
And
through
does that,
municipal accounts payable, but you know, I think that you learn a lot of things that way.
Okay, what strengths do you think you'd bring to the council?
What-
What are your strengths would you bring to the council?
My strengths?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
I don't have any political alliances. That's a good strength.
Yeah.
You know, I only have loyalty to my neighbors. I don't have any
Right.
parties to answer to. And I also am incredibly charismatic.
Okay.
I'm very energetic, so I'm willing to work with, on an individual basis, the other members of the council, and I think that I could win them over towards some of these ideas, because these are ideas that aren't going to hurt anybody. It's going to only help people, because it's just returning money that the taxpayers have paid back into their pockets. It's just getting the money that they have spent overtaxed, just returning it to them.
Okay, well, thank you, Kyla. The one thing about the expertise, you mentioned off the air that you are a management major.
Small business
at
management.
Small
Yeah,
business
small
management
businesses
at
are a
Middlesex County
big,
College. I would think that would be an obvious help to you.
Yeah. I mean, small businesses are, I think, the lifeblood of this country, and I think that in New Jersey, we're ranked one of the worst places to actually start up a business in the
Really?
entire country. I think we're number 2 worst, according to some poll I was reading. And, you know, it's tough. It's really tough for small business owners to be able to manage a business in our town, in our county, in our state. And, you know, I know that myself as a small business owner who's done digital marketing contracting,
Yes.
you know, I've seen the troubles that come with the operation of small businesses. And I think that a lot of the times, including lowering property tax rate, this is not just for homeowners.
Right.
It's for small business owners.
Sure.
It's everyone's taxes that could be lowered to actually incentivize them to come to Old Bridge and do business in Old Bridge. Because a lot of the times we have in economics what's called out shopping. That a lot of people are going outside of our township to conduct their business, to go to grocery stores, you know.
Okay, good point.
And I think that we could be returning a lot of that business to Old Bridge if we lowered the rates and made it easier for small business owners to conduct business in our town.
Okay, fair enough, Carla. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor.
Sure.
If you would be so kind to take a look at camera number 2 and tell people why they should vote for you. Why should they send you to the council on November 3rd?
So I believe that you should send me to the council on November 3rd because I will absolutely advocate for you. I don't have any political alliances, and I have real numbers to back up my claims. At the end of the day, we have more money in Old Bridge than we know what to do with, and I want to return that money to you. As an independent candidate in column D, you should vote for me. Vote Kyler L. Dineen, vote lower property taxes.
Okay, Kyla, thank you very much
Thank
for being
you.
here. Folks, this has been Directions 2015. We've been talking with the independent candidate for the Council at Large seat on November 3rd. Kyler Dineen is the name. May help you to take a look at him, recognize him, match a name with a face when you see him on the street. Want to thank you for watching. Watch the bulletin board. Watch the website for the exact time and dates when the shows will be aired. And we'll be seeing you again on another Directions program. I'm Gene McLaughlin. Thank you again. Take care.